Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Lakers front office is expected to sign a major star in 2026, and one name that appeals is Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. But there's still a big issue to be resolved. Will Luka Doncic agree to a contract extension? If he refuses, it will be a loss for the Lakers. The Denver Nuggets also want to sign Doncic to partner with Jokic in 2026, especially since the two stars have already stated that they want to play together and are friends. Therefore, it will be crucial for the Lakers that Doncic sign a contract extension. The Denver Nuggets want to lure Luka Doncic away from the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers' gamble on Luka Doncic may already be on the clock. With LeBron James' future uncertain and the Lakers reportedly focusing on building a title team by 2026 or 2027, a rival Western Conference executive has sounded the alarm, warning that if the Lakers fail to contend this season, they could lose Doncic to a rising power, the Denver Nuggets. The comment, reported by Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points, came with a sharp tone of realism. The Lakers have to be careful. Luka just got his butt kicked by a team he handled easily last year, and now they're telling him to wait another year before he can really compete. If Denver wins it all or comes close while Rob makes it clear he doesn't believe in Luka and LeBron as a combo, they could be a real threat for him this next season or two. The executive was referring to Denver's swift offseason moves. After suffering an injury-plagued and underwhelming finish to the 2025 playoffs, the Nuggets traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cameron Johnson and built one of their most balanced rosters to date. Jonas Valanciunas signed on to anchor the bench, while veterans Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr. accepted minimum contracts to join the team. The moves signal that Denver is in win-now mode and could be laying the groundwork for something bigger. And by bigger, the league is talking about Luka Doncic. Doncic, 26, is eligible to sign a $165 million three-year extension or a $229 million four-year extension with the Lakers. Multiple reports suggest that LA is confident he'll put pen to paper, and they intend to pair him with another star in 2026 or a possible superstar in Project 2027, where they will have the most cap space. Names like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic have been floated, albeit more as dreams than realities. But while the Lakers are looking ahead, the Nuggets are already building a roster that could make Doncic think twice. Especially if the Lakers stagnate this season. Though the Doncic-LeBron pairing is elite on paper, questions persist about whether it's sustainable long-term. LeBron James turns 41 in December, and while still effective, his future in Los Angeles remains in limbo. The team's summer has been relatively quiet beyond signing DeAndre Ayton and retaining Jackson Hayes, both moves tied to Doncic's agency. Meanwhile, Doncic is training in Slovenia, preparing for Eurobasket, and staying off the radar. For now. As teams position themselves to attract the next disgruntled star, the Lakers can't afford to fumble this year. Denver already has the foundation, the culture, and arguably the league's best player in Jokic. If Doncic ever hits the market or grows tired of LA's long game, Denver could become a real threat. And the Lakers know it. Pelinka is reportedly holding on to future picks like the 2031 and 2032 first-rounders, unwilling to part with them unless a title-contending piece is on the table. This patient approach might pay off, but it might also test Doncic's patience. One source reported that Luka should not extend this offseason. I am not saying he should leave the Lakers. I am saying there's no good reason for him to extend yet. He's been there 6 months. What have the Lakers done so far to prove they're the best team for him? He didn't choose to go there. Make no mistake, Doncic hasn't publicly expressed any frustration. He's said to be happy with the organization, his agent has ties across the locker room, and there's optimism he'll sign the short-term deal soon. But as the West gets tougher, the clock is ticking. If the Lakers aren't serious contenders in 2025-26, rival teams and front offices are ready to pounce. The Nuggets are already acting like contenders. The Lakers are still planning to become one. In the NBA, that difference can mean everything. Lakers looking to pair Luka Doncic with Nikola Jokic. The Los Angeles Lakers are clearly planning their future around generational superstar Luka Doncic. Ever since they acquired him from the Dallas Mavericks, the torch has been passed from LeBron James to Doncic as the face of the future. James has been a hot topic of conversation around the NBA over the last week or two. It is clear that the two sides are not on the same page and that the Lakers would rather move on from him. His contract will make moving on from him difficult. James is owed over $52.6 million for the upcoming season and is closing in on retirement. There is also no move that makes sense for Los Angeles when it comes to the team's future plans. What are those future plans? How do the Lakers plan on building around Doncic long-term? Read more. Lakers LeBron James facing new retirement report amid rumors. A new report has shared a vision that would include Los Angeles finding a way to bring in Denver Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic to play alongside Doncic. Anthony Irwin, an NBA insider for Clutch Points, has reported that the Lakers are looking to pair Doncic with either Jokic or Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's also no trade James would accept that would benefit the Lakers and fit their parameters as they look to pair Luka Doncic with either Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic. Irwin wrote Jokic and Doncic are known to be close friends. Both would have a strong interest in playing with each other at some point in their NBA futures. Being able to accomplish that goal while playing for a storied franchise like Los Angeles would be a dream come true. Read more. Lakers receive update regarding Luka Doncic's contract situation. Thinking about Jokic joining forces with Doncic on the Lakers is crazy to imagine. However, the two playing together would give Los Angeles a very legitimate chance to bring another championship to the franchise. Doncic is coming off of a 2024-25 NBA season that saw him average 28.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, 7.7 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. Jokic, on the other hand, averaged 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, 10.2 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. While the Lakers clearly have dreams of pairing Doncic and either Jokic or Antetokounmpo, that won't be easy to turn into a reality. That being said, it's something to monitor closely moving into the future. Doncic and Nuggets, Antigo. LeBron James price tag too complicated for natural trade destination. The Dallas Mavericks will not be getting involved in any sort of trade sweepstakes for LeBron James. Amid all the LeBron James trade speculation that has filled the offseason over the last few weeks, one team stood out as forbidden fruit when it comes to potential suitors. That would be the Dallas Mavericks. They are, however, not interested in the complications that would come from the deal. The issues here do not stem from the bad optics of negotiating with the Los Angeles Lakers that one could imagine following the blockbuster trade that landed Luka Doncic in Hollywood. Rather, it was the financial aspects of the deal that are keeping them away, according to The Athletic. Dan Woik and Joe Vardon wrote, one team linked to James, the Dallas Mavericks, does not have interest in gutting its roster to match James' salary in a trade, a team source told The Athletic. That reported stance is understandable without doubt. A potential deal with the Mavericks would indeed force Dallas to sacrifice a ton of their depth to make the money work in exchange for a home run swing. That win-now approach reportedly does not hold much interest for the Mavericks here. Lack of quality LeBron James trade suitors leaves little doubt about his future. The major point of the write-up from Woik and Vardon was to quiet the rumblings surrounding what happens with James from here. For one reason or another, the two writers felt extremely confident that LeBron would still be with the Lakers when training camp arrives. That is a fair estimation at this point. The initial wave of loud reactions brought forward by ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne offering an inside look at the situation were tough to ignore. Looking back, there may have been an overdramatization of the environment behind the scenes. One of the key messages from Woik and Vardon had to do with just how hard it would be to find a trade that satisfies both James and the Lakers. Many of the top candidates and natural links are just not practical solutions. The "we would only be interested in LeBron if he's bought out" sentiment from opposing teams always struck me as a thinly veiled shot at the Lakers more than a realistic option. Similar to the Lakers should amnesty Kobe" comments from years ago. The Cleveland Cavaliers being over the second apron makes them tough to do business with. The Golden State Warriors' best offer would negatively impact the financial flexibility that the Lakers have prioritized. The same could be said for the New York Knicks. The Mavericks oddly represented arguably the best opportunity to find something that works for both sides. However, as reported, the willingness for Nico Harrison to get involved with the Lakers here has been overstated by many. What has grown more clear by the day is James and the Lakers are stuck with each other, for better or for worse. That should be the case for at least the 2025-26 season. Lakers star LeBron James could be entering the final season of his career. LeBron James' future has been a topic of conversation for much of the past half-decade. While speculation has loomed large about when he will call it quits on his legendary NBA career, he chose to pick up his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 season. The decision ensures that he will return for his NBA record 23rd season. Recent reports have suggested that, despite ongoing rumors, James will be back with the Lakers for his 8th season, marking his longest consecutive stretch with one franchise. Dave McMenamin of ESPN recently revealed that it could mark the four-time MVP's final season of his legendary career. "I think we have to start thinking about if this could be his last year in the league," ESPN's Dave McMenamin stated Wednesday. Rich Paul told me, "Yeah, there's no extension talk because we didn't ask for an extension, we didn't approach the subject." Now, you could say, well, why didn't the Lakers offer it? Sure, you could, but Rich Paul's point to me was this wasn't a point of tension, that it's not something that they were pursuing, McMenamin continued. "I think you look at it like, yeah, there's very limited time remaining in his career. We already kind of knew that basically since he reached 20 years in the league. He's gone into every season contemplating retirement. It is no surprise that James is considering ending his career following the 2025-26 season, as he will break a tie with Vince Carter for the most seasons played. While he could be entering his final season, the NBA's all-time leading scorer continues to play at an elite level. He averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 8.2 assists, 1.0 steals and 0.6 blocks per game while shooting 51.3% from the field, 37.6% from three-point range and 78.2% from the free throw line. James finished 6th in MVP voting and earned second-team All-NBA honors. Los Angeles Lakers get concerning Luka Doncic. When the Los Angeles Lakers pulled off arguably the biggest blockbuster trade in NBA history back in February that sent 10-time All-Star forward Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for superstar point guard Luka Doncic, many believed it signaled the latter would be in purple and gold for the foreseeable future. However, Doncic is only under contract for one more year with a $45.9 million cap hit in 2025. He also has a $48.9 million player option for 2026-27, and there hasn't been much talk about him signing a long-term contract extension with LA. Doncic is eligible to sign a 4-year, $229 million max contract on August 2, which is significantly less than the $345.3 million deal he could have signed had he stuck with the Mavericks. More basketball, Fever make major Caitlin Clark announcement after injury versus Sun. He could also opt for a shorter 3-year, $165 million contract, which would allow him to reach free agency sooner and accrue his 10 years of NBA service, making him eligible for a 5-year, $418 million extension in 2028. ESPN's Brian Windhorst cautioned Lakers fan earlier this week not to worry if there's no traction on a Doncic deal until September. He's currently with the Slovenian national team for Eurobasket 2025, but during an appearance on ESPN's NBA Today on Tuesday, Windhorst also explained that Doncic's contract situation is stressing the Lakers out. "There's the stress max, this happens when it's a player's second max contract," Windhorst said. "This is when players sometimes leave, or are not really worth it. This is a stress max right now for Luka. The Lakers are a little bit stressed out about it. This is a stress max situation, so if he signs it, relief for the Lakers, they can spend a little time looking at their roster over the next 2 or 3 years. Making decisions that are not going to be based upon what's best for us tomorrow, What are we going to present to Luka in 2026? We can think about what the team looks like in 27 to 28, etc. If he doesn't sign it, he can be a free agent next summer when there's going to be 10+ teams with cap space. If he does not sign it, we will see teams begin to open up maneuvers to try to chase Luka. And every day will go by where every sort of wobble with the Lakers, everything will be tied to the Luka contract. More basketball. Clippers beat out rival Lakers for 3-time All-Star Bradley Beal. LeBron James is only locked into one more season with the Lakers after exercising his $52.6 million player option. He's expressed wanting to win one more title before he retires, so if the Lakers don't build what he deems a championship-caliber roster, he could force his way out of LA with a trade or a buyout. If James leaves the Lakers this season or next, that would leave Doncic as the face of the franchise.